friends, welcome to today's video. I thought I would do something a little different today because there's a couple little tips and tricks for using some makeup products on your hair, so I thought I would put 3 of them together and do this little video for you today. So there's a reason why my hair isn't looking so great right now. This is 3rd day after washing hair, but let's get into the first of the tricks to address this. This one is probably the one that I didn't figure out on my own. Well, I did figure it out on my own, but it's probably already out there and I just didn't know about it. So, you know, usually in a situation like this, I would use dry shampoo, but every once in a while, if you're like me, you run out of dry shampoo. Now, I know that the original dry shampoo, what people used to use all the time, was baby powder. So you can sprinkle baby powder in your hair, talcum powder. It basically just sucks up the oil and basically does the job of dry shampoo. I don't have baby powder just hanging around my house. I don't have a baby here. I don't use it for anything. So there was a day where I really needed some dry shampoo and I was thinking about what I could use instead. And then I realized one of the things that I have kicking around is loose setting powder, and specifically mattifying setting powder. This is a real old one. Real old. It's an old Cover FX setting powder that I don't use on my face anymore. I don't even know why I keep it around, but luckily I did because I realized that I could use this as a stand-in for dry shampoo. Now for all these tricks, I don't know how great this is for your scalp or for your hair. I mean, they are all products that are made for your face, so I assume they're good for your skin, but it's probably best to use products actually designed for your hair for like a dry shampoo kind of thing. But basically I have just been sort of, this is why my bedspread gets so messy, is doing this stuff while sitting in bed. I just tip a little bit out there into the cap and then I'm going to sprinkle this on my scalp and move it around. So there you go, you can see some of it coming out there. Now, also this is probably better for light colored hair than dark colored hair, but you know, if you work it in there enough, it'll still work out. So that's helping a little bit and making it a little less greasy, and maybe I'll just go straight from the container. We'll just make a huge mess in here. And there we go. Now I probably wouldn't try, well, you could use this all over. I mean, it does feel like it dries your hair out a little bit, but I mean, that's what it's doing, is sucking up oil. So for me, you know, there we go. It's taken out some of the oil. I could use a little bit right here as well. But this is, you know, much easier when I'm standing in the wash and doing it. This is very much sort of an emergency hack. I wouldn't use this long term instead of dry shampoo, but if you are in a pinch and you need it and you have translucent mattifying powder around, or just translucent powder at all, maybe this is a hack that could work for you. The second hack I've actually been using quite a bit lately, up until the point where I got my hair redone, and this is one to address roots. So one of my most popular videos is the root spray that I did, and I think that works beautifully. I then tried out a different shade of the same line and it didn't work for me at all. It was too light, it wasn't covering my gray, and I was trying to think of what to do, and then I started thinking about how some people will use eyeshadow to shade in, or like a special kind of shadow to shade in their hairline if they feel like it's receding a little bit. And I realized that one of the things that I have a lot of are powder products, and this is the Pure Sculptor Bronzing and Highlight Palette. And at the time my hair was blonder, but I just wanted to deepen up my roots a little bit so that it wasn't going to be so gray. And so this is what I did. I just took a very stiff, short bristled brush so that I could go into a powder, and for me it worked out better to use one that wasn't a very red tone kind of powder. And I'll just do it up here. I just got my hair done, so I don't really have roots right now, but you'll see how this will darken up the roots of your hair. Now you do have to be careful not to go like too close to your skin. Not so much here, but down towards your forehead. But you know, in a pinch, again, if you need to deepen up your roots a little bit because you know you have gray coming in, you can reach for a bronzing or eyeshadow palette and have it work out for you. And I'm just sort of blending it down the hair there. So you can see my roots got a little bit darker. You don't really want a harsh line there at the hairline, so you do sort of want to work that in a little bit and make sure it doesn't stand out too much. But again, in a pinch, for your roots, eyeshadow or bronzing powder will work. So while those two hacks were more like emergency, kind of hacks where you don't necessarily have the product that you really should be using, this one is more of a fun hack to do something to your hair that you could buy a product to do, but you don't have to. So it's summer coming up, maybe it's festival season, and you want to do something fun with your hair. You can buy hair dye, you can buy extensions to put in that are different colors. There are temporary dyes, and there is also hair chalk. And I started thinking about hair chalk, and I thought, well, what is that if not like a pigment, but for your hair? So I got out two of my ColourPop shadows. This is Hot Toddy up here. This is a bright reddish pink. And then I also have, this one is Donna, and this is like a bright emerald green. And you can use these in the same way you would use hair chalk. So I'll do a couple pieces up here near the front. I actually do need to go out later today, but I'm just gonna put my hair up or I'll shower before I go out. So let me show you with this one, and I'll start with the green first. I feel like the red sort of does a better job. And much the same way as hair chalk, this is going to work out best if you have lighter colored hair. So the way that I tested this out was to sort of hold the shadow against your hair and pull down. It's gonna get your hands a little messy because I'm sort of pressing against it here. And then I will go in on the other side. So if you want a green highlight, there you go. Let me just point out, I'm not kidding when I say it's messy, but this does wash off very easily. And now I'll go in with the red, which I actually like a little bit more as a color for the hair. Just do that little strand right there. And again, I'll just show you what I'm doing. I'm just putting the hair right up against it there and holding it with my thumb and pulling it through. Why didn't that one take as well this time? There we go. And you may need to go over a few times to get the color that you want and get both sides of your hair. But if you, like me, have a ton of, I just realized how Christmassy I'm now looking, a ton of really cool, interesting, eyeshadows lying around, then this could be a fun thing for you to play around with for the summer. The other thing that I've done as well, which I quite like the look of, is I'll do like a side braid and do a really loose braid and then just color a few pieces sticking out at the end of my braid. I find that to be quite a fun look as well. So those are my 3 tricks, hacks, tips on ways that you can use makeup products on your hair. Let me know if you liked these, let me know if you try any of them, and also let me know any other tips that you have for products that you may have already that do double duty as products for your hair, makeup products that can be used in other ways than what they suggested. I always love finding new uses for the products that I have, or ways that I can dupe other products with the products I already have. If you liked this video, which is a little bit different than my usual kind of video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so, and I look forward to seeing all of you in my next video. Bye!